Yeah, this shit gonna be hard. This shit gonna be hard. This shit gonna be hard.
It's about time. No breaks. Your opinion, not facts. Got the right place. Debates. Can't wait. Leave it all on the floor. Pump fakes, ankle breaks. Tomahawks. Send the crowd off. It's a short shot on Mardi Gras. Not just ball. This is more life. Where you at, Sal? Address bullshit. Peace so mellow. Big 3 shit. Hit subscribe. Skip Shannon A. Smith. This a new vibe. So on point. Spread it worldwide. Powerful front and center about to go live. 5, 4, 3, 2, zone. Bro Nation, welcome home.
What up, Hoopers? What up? We back.
What's going on, bros?
What's happening, baby?
Bro Nation Hoops, man.
You know what I mean?
Season 4, episode 2. Got my bros with me, of course.
Absolutely.
As always, man. On the left, I got my bro Peas. What up, bro?
Yes, sir. What's going on, bros?
Chilling. And to the right, I got my bro Suntan Chino. What up, bro?
I mean,
What up, bro? What's going on with y'all, man?
shade or two, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't too much though, baby. How you, man?
Chilling, man. I'm excited for this, man. We had a great episode last time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yes, sir.
a lot of things been going on in the NBA. We got a lot to talk about.
Facts.
We've been covering it. If y'all been watching our lives, we pop up and we go live every now and then about what's going on in the NBA. So if y'all ain't been checking that out, check that out as well. Before we jump into everything, we Bro Nation Hoops, of course. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff.
All of it.
Yes,
We about to
sir.
get into some good talking right now.
Really?
But first, let's check on my bros real quick. I'm gonna start with Chino. You know, I'm calling him Suntan Chino. What's up with you, bro?
I'm fresh off the island, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, okay.
So no, just got back from Mexico. Shout out to my cousins Adrian and Brian. Congratulations, they just got married over the weekend.
Congrats.
It was a dope vibe out there. You know,
Congrats.
sun. They had jacuzzis on all of the balconies attached to the room, so I was out there.
Nice.
I mean, just enjoying my time away.
Man,
Nice.
right, meanwhile, man, P's back here freezing.
I
Right.
heard it was a little nippy out here, bro.
Back here, temperature dropped like crazy over
Right.
here,
Went
bro.
from 70 to 40 in an hour.
P's, what up with you, bro?
What's going on, bros? Hey, I came out of retirement, bros.
Oh,
Oh, snap. Uh-oh.
Y'all know we've been talking already, but hoopers, if y'all don't know, you know what I mean? I broke my foot a few years ago, so I wasn't really into sports like that physically no more. So, but I'm in a nice little league, a couple buddies from the job. Yeah, we done had 2 scrimmages so far.
what you give him?
I've been pretty good out there.
What
But,
should we call you?
you can't call me triple single. Because my points been at least a double digit, so you
I
can't
bet.
call me triple single. But
My guy,
man, what I will tell you, man, like basketball conditioning is different, bro.
Yeah,
It's
man.
different.
you out there huffing and puffing?
Huffing and puffing, sub me out, all that, man. man,
Man, on the flag.
Hey, bro,
guy.
you know when you sub yourself out?
Man.
Yeah, I've been there.
And it be like that.
When we was hooping, when you hooping down the joint,
Yes,
like, man,
sir.
yo, come on, P.
You shaking that rust off, it be like that,
yeah,
bro.
man, it
Real.
is crazy.
Facts.
But no, I've been out there having fun, man. I'm glad to be back out there, just being active and stuff again.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what it
that's
is,
dope,
man.
bro.
What about
Active
you, bro?
is
What
key.
you got going on, man?
I ain't been doing nothing, bro. I've been chilling, man, connecting to these little gadgets. If y'all don't know, I'm a gadget guy, bro. So anything electronic, I be trying to grab, just come out. So I just
Go
been
gadget grow.
trying.
That was
I
hard.
like that.
That was hard. At the top, movement. That was hard.
I might keep that, but yeah. Other than that, man, just chilling with the wife and the kids, bro, and just maintaining, man. My daughter got a dance tomorrow.
That's what it is. What? Which one?
Morgan,
I'm about to
seventh.
say, where all them dancing at?
No. Seventh grade dance, bro. She
That's
got
what's
a
up.
dress, she got her shoes, so I'm gonna
Hey,
drop off tomorrow.
That's beautiful, man. How you feeling?
I don't know, bro. I told y'all before, if y'all don't know, I'm a stepdad. So my stepdaughter is the oldest, but my firstborn is Morgan. She in the 7th grade now. So it don't is the same, but it hit different because I've been with Morgan her whole life. You feel me? So it's I don't know how I feel.
Yeah, I feel you though.
You feel me? I'm a work in progress
I
dad.
feel you.
I'm just trying to think of how it was when I was younger.
Yeah.
The feelings
real,
that it
though.
make me feel, and I'm just trying, you know what I mean? Just trying to be the best dad I can be.
And give us space to prove you right or wrong. You know what I mean?
Word, I got all the faith in the world
Yeah.
for I feel like I've been doing a good job with it for.
If not, we got gun licenses and whatnot.
Yeah, if not, I'll be down there quick, bro.
Conceal and carries.
Same with all of them. Same with all my kids, man. I'll be down there quick. I don't play with none of my kids, bro. I got all girls too, so I gotta set a good example for them as well. So.
For sure. I'm sorry, I'm
feel
just
me?
a little the weird uncle. My bad.
The weird uncle.
My fault, Hoops.
Yeah, man. But other than that, I've been chilling, bro. It's good to be back in the den with y'all guys, man.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely, man. Hey, yo, I meant to say earlier too, yo, because I don't think we've done it yet this season. Shout out to M Love. That's who that is on the intro, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
shout out Love.
That joint really get us going. I don't know if you think it's a cliche or not, but that's we really play that before every episode because it really get the show rolling. So shout out to my guy.
Facts.
We need a remix.
Definitely
I mean,
put you in a different mode. So yeah, shout out Love, man.
Yeah.
And I like
Wanted to get out there.
the bars he put in there,
yeah,
man.
man.
Classic, man.
Y'all,
You at Sal?
y'all gotta catch that, man. Catch that.
Y'all
Big
go.
three.
Y'all
Big
go.
3-ish. I don't cuss. Big 3-ish.
Yeah, that joint tough.
Yeah, man.
Oh man, so let's jump into some basketball talk, guys. We got a lot to talk about, and we're gonna start with the biggest thing. I don't know if we should start with the team first, or we should start with specific guys. Of course, it's gonna roll into it.
There go your answer right there.
Let's start with the team, bro.
There you go.
Let's start with the I was about to say New Jersey.
Nah.
Let's start with the
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn Nets.
You might need to go back to New Jersey, start over. You hear me?
Yeah.
Where do we start, bro? Let's start with the coaching change. Everybody know, probably like a week or so ago,
Yeah.
the Nets let go of Steve Nash. They was thinking about hiring Udoka, but of course that didn't go through. So Jacques Vaughn is now the head coach of the Brooklyn Nets. So I'm gonna start with Pease, bro. Steve Nash gone, he out. What you think?
Yeah.
Caused him to be out, and then on top of that, how far you think the Nets go without him, or was he a big deal for them, or what? How you feel about Steve Nash?
Yeah, I mean, I was never a fan of him as the head coach anyway. I don't think I was ever like a fan of that hiring. I always thought that was like a a homeboy type deal. I mean, just I don't know if he cool with the GM or what, but no, I mean, I know like beginning of the season, I was always saying like their defense was horrible starting out. Then you figure in the playoffs they got swept last year, and then they start out terrible this year. Then all the the turmoil going on with everything else, like he was the scapegoat at the end of the day. They had to get rid of somebody, and they weren't going to get rid of KD or Kyrie.
That's the word right there. That's the word right
So
there.
yeah, man, I don't know. I just feel like he had, somebody had to go, and it was him. You know what I mean? They was underperforming. So yeah,
I'm with you, Pease. I think that was the word I had highlighted in my rebuttal was that he was the scapegoat. I don't think because he's done too well in prior seasons and things that was out of his control were the reasons that they had lost. Like the Kyrie episode, this ain't the first year he missed all of the games and all of that stuff is not coaching.
yeah,
Right.
KD stepping on the line to hit the game win is not coaching. You know what I mean? So I think for sure it was a scapegoat move, and you see. I think now you see that it didn't really solve anything
yeah.
because it didn't address the actual issue. The actual issue is that that team is not cohesive.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't even look like they are. You know what I mean? Like it looked like they out there fulfilling their contractual duties, and it really looked like that to me.
Yeah.
And in the NBA, especially in a competitive league like it's been these last couple of years, it's going to show.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think they need to start with their culture, and I think they got bullied out of the Udoka move by social media and just media in general of the pressure of why would you do this if this is this instead of it being about because his situation was mutual. He didn't do anything in that light. I mean, so when it comes to basketball and coaching, he was the best choice. But you let the media bully, in my opinion, they let the media bully them out of what could have been the best thing for them to turn this ship around.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
So
Yeah, so I mean, right now the Nets sitting in 12th in the East, 6-9, and it's a tough East this year too. So again, it's been a tough East for like the last 3 or so years.
yeah.
So I don't know, bro, but I agree with I agree with both of y'all. Actually, I think Steve Nash was kind of a scapegoat, but I don't like Steve Nash coaching style either.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe him and KD clashed a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he not getting. You heard what KD said. We can get to that later, but basically, all how it just ain't working right for KD.
Can I say something else that people might not? And this is kind of like my thing. I'm not really digging KD attitude towards the Nets situation. It seemed like he know it's not his fault, so he not really caring about trying to.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You get what I'm trying to say?
Is that because of the statement that he made about?
No, it's the way he play. It's the way he play and his attitude towards everything. Like he in the shadows until he want to say something or until he's forced to say something.
Word.
And he's. If anybody knows what's going on with the team, he knows.
Word.
And he knows what winning culture is because he came from the Warriors.
Word.
So instead of him meeting the challenge in a team environment, he's okay with meeting the challenge himself. And because people know his team ain't good, then it's cool.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying?
So he seemed like the good guy.
He know ain't nobody going to blame him because he's Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
But he still can be a engine in fixing that environment if he wanted to.
Yeah, well, that's pretty deep that you said that, because that's actually what he said about hit the starting five. He was like, look who on the floor, and then y'all expect us to win because of me.
Right.
It's like,
But see, my perspective on that is kind of, yes, we do.
It's true.
Yeah.
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 And if you supposed to be who you want us to who you want us to treat you like,
Yep.
that's a part of it.
Yeah.
But you putting yourself in a category with guys like James Harden and all these other people who are attaching themselves to other things, especially because you attach yourself to the Warriors who won 73 before you got there. So that's already on your jacket.
Facts.
And right now you in a situation where you could encourage a Claxton,
Facts.
or a Royce O'Neal, or whoever.
Yeah.
You could bring the best out of them guys because they want to be good for a guy like that. They want to help a guy like that succeed. But it seems like, I don't want to put words or thoughts in his mind or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But it seems like he's okay with it because the world knows that it ain't his fault.
Yeah, and I don't know why you say that. Like, why would you say that about that? Can't do nothing but hurt. It's not going to encourage them. It's not going to
At all.
It ain't going to backfire, and they be like, all right, let's go then. Let's go. Like,
In a majority sense, yeah, because you might have some guys who take that as a challenge, but overall, in a team sense, I don't think you're gonna get a challenge.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
A challenge in inspiring is different though.
Exactly.
Like if I take it on as a challenge now, it's me against you.
Exactly, and that's not helpful either.
So that ain't going to do no good.
That's
like
a good point, bro.
saying that is not going to do any good for the Nets, bro.
Yeah. At all.
So and that's the team you gotta be with. So
Yeah. Like it's, I don't know, cause like I'm the type, y'all play sports with me. Like I'm not the best player in the world at all, but y'all know I compete my tail off regardless of who on the court. You know what I mean? So like, say when we hoop together, like Sal, like you was still hooping, and like you was in the Brunson League, I was professional pro league and stuff like that. But
Right.
like me and girl, we was just coming up. We was get back in shape and all that. But like, if you would have came out and said like, yeah,
niggas suck.
I got Girl and Peasy on the team with me, and I got Gabe and Keith. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
like y'all expect us to win, y'all like, man.
that's ridiculous to say.
You know what I
bro.
mean? Like,
Yeah, word.
that would have actually did something to me. Like,
yeah,
damn, I ain't passing you the ball. You know what I mean? Like,
word.
you don't do that as no leader, man. Like, yeah, we know you the best player, so yeah, no, we expect to win because you out there. Like,
and we want to win because you're out there. We don't want you to look bad.
yeah,
Like,
and we gonna go hard. You know what I
Facts.
mean? Like, yeah, that wasn't cool, KD. That wasn't cool at all.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think either he's not as great a leader as we think he is, or he's not the right leader for that team. And I'm trying not to say it in a way that diminishes who he is as a player.
Chino, I was a huge supporter of him when he first went to Golden State. I thought it was a dope move because, you know what I mean, him and Westbrook just weren't working out. And y'all know I'm a fan of blowing it up and all that. But, but like, it's looking like he just don't want the grind. Like, he don't want that. He don't want nothing to do with that part of it. Like, he recruited James Harden to the Nets. He joined up with Kyrie. You know what I mean? And then now that Kyrie, he not there, and Ben Simmons not himself no more. Like, now he trying to make excuses and all this other stuff. Like, it's just saying like he not a leader. Like, he not
Yeah, I agree, bro. And I'm just saying I don't want to diminish. Like, he's a great basketball player, but when you do certain, this is the same way I felt about Giannis. It's the same way I feel about Joel Embiid. When people are talking about you in a certain class, you start to do things that don't fit into that class, you can't be in that class. Like, it don't make you not great, but you're not in that. You can't. I don't even know if I could put him in the Bron class now, bro. Like,
not for me no more. Not.
Yeah, he kind of falling out of there.
you know what I mean? Because Bron, he's in his older age, he's starting to be more blunt about, you know, his situations and really being like not really so much about what the team might think about it, and he's being more openly honest. We all know players feel certain things, but it's about what you say and put out in the public and put to your team.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And nobody can tell you not to feel ways. That's not the thing.
I mean, we don't have the keys to behind the doors to the locker rooms, right? But what KD give y'all, do y'all really think he a leader?
No.
It's hard for me to say now. I mean, I gave him the benefit because I thought he had more of a leadership role. It looked like he had more of a leadership role in Golden State, and we know he was definitely the leader in OKC. So
that begs the question. My bad. That begs the question of, is the best player on your team automatically your leader?
No, I never thought that though. But
I agree. I'm just asking.
But in the NBA, oftentimes the best player, if we talking about greats, they should be or are.
I agree.
You know what I mean? You can't be like LeBron, and let's talk about them. It's obviously because he's one of the greats. Patrick Beverly will never be a leader on a team with LeBron on it.
Facts.
Even though he's a leader.
Yeah.
He can lead a Minnesota team, but you're never going to lead a team with LeBron on
That's a
it.
good point.
Yeah,
Nobody else should ever lead a team with Kevin Durant on it if we're going to talk about him in that. And that's just the truth.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know if he got it because he ain't showing it right now.
Where I agree that he should be the leader.
And like when Melo was taking all the heat with the Knicks, that's leadership.
Yo.
Word.
And not even because you're right. I just really thought about that. Like that's I know we looking crazy, but it's on me because the people know it ain't really on you.
Word.
You know what I mean? We know.
Word.
But the arrogance of you doing that is not helping your team, and it's making people look, whether you care or not, it's making people look at you a little different.
Word. I
Yeah.
agree.
It's crazy because I promise you, I'm not bluffing. I was exactly about to go there because I was gonna say, like, girl, like this actually hits home for like me and you,
Same thing
because
too, yeah.
like Melo, he was always surrounded by
Facts.
other than that Denver team, like you can't really name another starting five Melo been beside where it's like, yeah, that was a great roster. Even my boy now Luka, like, man, that roster without Luka right now is
I agree.
terrible. And then like dudes like Dame with Portland, like they in first place right now, but just you put that roster on a piece of paper, you take Dame off there, you're not expecting him to be in the first place in the West.
Exactly.
But you never heard
That
Dame
speaks to
complain
leadership.
about his teammates. You never heard Melo complain about his
That's a
teammates.
great point,
Like
bro.
even Luka, he young, but you never heard Luka come out and say, "I need better teammates" and all this.
Right.
He always say, "I gotta play better."
And it's because it's obvious and they understand that.
That's a great point, bro. Because if the Nets was winning, you wouldn't hear KD saying,
None of
You
that.
feel me? He would be saying, I appreciate how this person stepped up.
"That's dope, bro. You gotta be able to be a leader when you losing and
That's
when
all
you
I'm
winning."
saying. That's all we saying.
So to me, true leadership, I guess, is leading when you winning and you losing, still being a leader, like
man.
y'all said. So that y'all made some great points.
You
bro.
go home and you had that conversation with your peoples on the phone or something like that. You don't, nah, bro.
Word.
If you really about the team, that shows the difference between him being about the team and he's like, all right, I'm here till I ain't here no more.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, that's a great point, bro. We talking about leadership, and we talking about a whole bunch of other stuff, and we stand with the Nets. So I want to move on to Kyrie.
Mm-hmm.
I want to, he been in the news a lot lately over this documentary that he posted. He posted it with no comment. He posted it, but a lot of people are saying that when you post something, you basically promoting it.
Yeah.
Which I halfway agree with. Sometimes I might post because I like it. It might not necessarily be because I want everybody else to watch it, or sometimes I might post it just because of that. So I'm not sure. But we're going to jump into a little bit of Kyrie talk, and just to see how y'all feel about it. I'm going to start with Chino first. I started with Peas. I'm going to start with Chino first.
What's up? What you?
So about just basically, is the backlash he receiving justified in your opinion?
I think it's justified, but I think it's overly saturated because of his reputation.
Word.
as a player. It's like you already feel a certain type of way about this guy as a majority. So when he say anything that you don't like, it's like another check off the list,
Yeah.
right? But when it comes to specifically, you said about posting because I'm promoting something or posting because of whatever. I like you said, it's not always about promoting something.
Mm-hmm.
I could post because it's something in this that I find of value, and I think he probably may have not have commented because he didn't want to direct
Word.
your opinion on it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what a lot of people who see themselves as influencers, but that's just, I didn't want to use that word because it's attached to social media.
Mm-hmm.
More so leaders. Let's use that word.
Mm-hmm.
Leaders or teachers or so on and so forth along those line of verbiage. I think people, they do that on purpose. So you can, artists, they leave it up to your own interpretation, and then the discussion comes from there.
Yeah.
So I think he needed to, if he didn't or not, I'm not really sure. He needed to address in a place where he could explain why he posted it. He should have addressed it at that time. Right. Because of the way that it could be taken. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So if he hadn't done that, then I see issue with that. But if he was able to say, like, this is where I wanted people to take from it, or this is what I agree with, this is what I disagree with, we should give people that respect because you would want it in return. Yes. You don't want somebody to say, you got this, I got this bottle in front of me, I'm an alcoholic. Yeah. You know what I mean? I drink tequila sometimes. Mm-hmm. That's my example.
So before we go to P's, so he did address. He said in the media, and I don't want to misquote him, but he said basically, it's some things in the documentary that's untrue, and some things that I don't agree with, but it's some things in there that I do agree with. He just didn't pinpoint what exactly it was. He said it's some statements in the documentary that's unfortunately false. Some things about he did specifically mention the Holocaust, being something in there saying the Holocaust was fake. He did specifically denounce that. He said, he don't believe that, and he basically said he's not anti-Semitic either.
I mean, so if he did that, then I don't really. It's just at this point, it's just like an idea of who he is that people are attacking. I think after that, because a person should be allowed, if they say if he's open, and you got to take a person at his word along with his action. If he is openly saying, I disagree with this part, this is the part or whatever, this is the part I denounce. Who are we to say he don't mean that, or you know what I mean? That's not true. He hasn't outwardly done anything to show an anti-Semitic behavior.
And he said out his mouth that he's.
You know what I mean?
But he didn't say I'm not anti-Semitic. He said, how can I be anti-Semitic if I know who I am? Which can take you down a deep hole where a lot of perspectives can, it's subjective, or a lot of perspectives are different. But
and I think he because I think he knew, at least on the front end of posting whatever he posted, that it was going to start a conversation. I think he should have been more prepared to indulge in the conversation, because if you're going to start that kind of conversation, you have to. Once you get people to gravitate to it, you have to. Then is when you got it, and you take it along.
Great point. He basically threw the bait out there and just stepped back and watch everybody scramble over the food.
Yeah, and then you can't tell people how to take that.
Yeah,
great point.
So I think I got a lot of, I guess, views on it, but I think that was the main that was one of the main things for me in particular. Like you can't throw it out there, but then when the heat come on you,
facts,
you kind of try. I don't want to say play victim, but like you're not prepared. You know what I mean?
He should have been prepared.
You know what I mean? I guess to stand up to the fight or the fight or whatever. But like you say, he kind of just threw it out there and just. I'm always believing like even with the Kevin Durant situation, like when you reach that stature, like even if you don't want to be looked at as a mentor or a leader, something like that, like sorry to say, like you are, like kids looking up to you, like
yes.
Like people looking
you
up.
don't get to choose that,
Yeah, so like for me, like when he threw that out there, you know what I mean? Like y'all already know how I feel, like, oh, it's Kyrie again and all that other stuff. Yeah. And that's how I initially felt. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I ain't do no like deep background information on none of that. Yeah. Like, I just like Kyrie, like I mean he doing something again. Like it's just Kyrie again. But like I feel like when you do stuff like that, you gotta specify like why you put it up there. Cause like you say, like even with social media, like for my social media, for the most part, I try to put stuff on there that I believe in, or I think it might be funny to me or something like that. Or even if I don't, like if I put something up there, like I might put a comment like what y'all think about this, you know what I mean, or something like that, just so I can get people views on. Like I won't just put it out there and leave y'all thinking like, well, damn, like
like
you believe in that? Like
Peas think that.
yeah, like no, I'm at least put a comment saying like, you know what I mean, like, dang, I read this, like what y'all think about this? Like just don't leave the whole world up there and guessing. And I think for the Nets, like I even had to talk with a few people about this, like man, like they looking at it like, man, we paying this dude $40 million like a year, like. No, you gonna get up in front of the cameras, at least explain yourself. Like you can't just do that, because right now you looking like I guess you ain't anti-Semitic. But then he made a statement about I can't be because I know where I'm coming from and all that other stuff. And for a lot of people, that might confuse you. Like, well, what did that mean? So the next, I think they just looking at it like, no, just come out and say you're not real quick. You know what I mean? Just keep it moving. But
and I think he has his own personal fight that he's approaching in his own personal way. Which is, if I'm being honest with y'all, bros, I straddle the line on how I feel about it because. Okay, you making money, you doing all of this stuff. People look up to you, but it's a line where you should be allowed to be an individual as well, no matter the situation that you in.
For sure.
So it's because of all of these things are on him. It don't necessarily mean that he has to be a part of all of them if he chooses not to. I mean, people gonna feel a way if he chooses not to take on the mentor role or the whatever role, but. Yeah. It should still be his choice. I would be upset with him if he didn't choose to embrace that and take his power and use it in that way, which I think he wants to do. Yeah. But I don't think he should be half as the individual in me that the respect that I would want from society, no matter my status, would be to allow me to think and feel the way that I want as long as I'm not imparting any harm on anybody else. And I don't think he's done that yet.
So I think for the most part it was, like even if he did feel like that, and I'm cool with that, but like once he put it out there, like I mean, he gotta
be able to justify and explain. I totally agree with that, in my opinion.
Yeah, that too. But I was gonna say, but even with him putting it out there, whatever he did hurt, I guess, a group of people, even if he didn't mean to. And I think for the world who was going against him, they was pretty much saying, like even if you didn't mean to hurt these people, at least just come out and say, all right, my bad.
And I agree with that too.
You know what I mean? And I think for the most part, initially, he wasn't saying it. So that's when, which I don't agree with, like the Nets came down with like a whole list of 8 items he had to do. He had to pay money. He had to go to some classes. He had to like do a whole bunch of stuff. And that part right there, I don't agree with. Because once they started doing that, like,
a little too far.
Yeah, like he was punishing that man, just trying to make him, he was trying to make an example out of him now, and that part I don't agree with at all.
I mean, us as black men as well, that trick, just like the statement that or the post that he made triggers a certain community. When you put out like a list of things that I must do in front of the public, that triggers black men because of our ancestral history, right? That's what they used to do to slaves, of course. And I'm not trying to compare him because it's a complete different situation, but it's public humiliation, basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely.
When you force me to do something and I don't feel like I did nothing wrong, and he apologized, he said everything he was supposed to say, but at this point, it's just like it got too deep. So people feel like they need to follow through. But
I think it's humiliation along with a show of power. Yeah, which is a deep rooted thing as well. If we're talking about,
my thing is, you do have freedom of speech in this world, but at the same time, you're not truly free unless you're a boss.
Yeah, so, and can I jump in real quick? But that's where I was getting to the point where though it might sound phony, but. And I don't agree with them what they did with the whole list. That's not cool at all. Like I said, they trying to humiliate that dude. But just looking at it from the corporate side of things, like they looking at it like, no, we paying you $40 million to hoop,
which is fair on their perspective. You know what I mean? And this is where we get into whether it's not about agreement or disagreement. It's about understanding. Like I completely understand as a businessman why you would take the steps that they took. I understand it, but also I understand the individual in me where I feel like I don't have to explain every single thing to you, and as long as I'm not hurting anyone, which is why I say he definitely needs to apologize who he hurt. He did, and he did. So then that's cool. But people get too hung up on agreeing and disagreeing. It's about if I'm respect and understanding. I can respect the fact that you don't think nothing like me.
Exactly.
As long as you're not imparting harm. I think the bottom line of all of this stuff is harm. And if he apologized for the emotional harm that he caused, I don't think we can, you know what I mean?
Life to me is about perspective, bro, and
Absolutely.
understanding and respecting that I'm not the only person on this earth.
Yeah.
You feel me? We gonna have different perspectives based off how we was raised, the things we learn, all this other stuff, our race, our culture. We're gonna have different perspectives, but it's about just understanding that my perspective might not be right to somebody else. It might not be wrong to somebody else. And
That's
it's
why I
okay.
don't really like those words, because what is that to me? If it's right to you and wrong to me, then what is it really?
Exactly. That's in,
know what I mean?
in my life, I'm trying to incorporate, and it's something that I'm working on within myself, is understanding that there is no right or wrong.
Yeah.
And that's true. Now, when it comes to law,
And
there
morality.
are things that you have to abide by in order to receive the consequence. But in reality, I have the right to do anything I want to do. I just got to face the consequences if I do it.
Yeah.
So it's no right or wrong in life. It's perspective and understanding that, okay, it might be right to me, but it might be wrong to Chino. Let's figure it out if we have to deal with each other.
That's
Let's
why I
come to a
say the
common ground.
underlying factor is harm, because once you harm me, then it becomes a me thing.
Yeah.
As far as what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I think it's dope. I actually think it's dope, and I agree with you, Chino, to a certain extent. I think it's dope that he put the post up there and he allows people to find it on their own, specifically because, and I think the Nets don't understand, or the Jewish community don't understand what's actually how. I shouldn't say don't understand. I don't feel like they understand that what they're doing is drawing more attention to what Kyrie actually wants. By drawing up these 6 things, everybody, young black men in this world right now is saying, well, why don't they want him to talk about it? Like, why don't they want, that documentary is on sale right now on Amazon for $50 to buy, $12 to rent, the highest Amazon has ever been. So people are going to look at this information, figure it out, because of the uproar. It's causing a backlash.
You think that was part of the plan?
I don't know if it was part of the plan or not, but I learned a lot. You know what I mean? I had a conversation with my wife, bro, about a basketball topic, simply because everything that's going on, it's like, what is this documentary about?
Right.
And I mean, in reality, in real life, everyone knows the culture started at a certain place, life started at a certain place, and everybody derives from that culture. So that's just my opinion and my thought. So it's just pushing people to look at these things. It's pushing people, young black men that wouldn't have never probably saw it or something like that, to look at it and form their own opinions about it.
And most good conversations start from a hard place.
I agree.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I will say though, for me though, bros, the main take that kind of triggers me and kind of, I guess, I don't want to say piss me off, but I don't know, it make me feel a certain way, and I don't want to get too deep, but I know this is our show. I'm gonna get deep real quick. What I have noticed is, since Kyrie has come out, and I'll go to Kanye as well. The one thing that I have noticed that I don't like at all, is not cool amongst us as black men and black people, is our difference of opinion. So like, if I don't agree with y'all agreeing with Kanye,
oh my God,
like automatically
talk, bro.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like automatically I'm on the other side now.
Exactly.
Just because we got two totally different opinions on this other human being's opinions.
Exactly.
So now all of a sudden, like you know what I mean? I'm on the other side now. Like because I've seen people start calling Shannon Sharp a coon, Shaq a coon. Like how that man a coon just because he don't agree to exactly. Right. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the part for our community as black people. Like I just don't agree with, bro. Like that's not cool. Like we can have different opinions, but still be. You know what I mean? Like. That part for me, that's the part that's not cool.
So I say
we gotta hold everybody accountable as well, because in my opinion, same thing Pease just said. I think Shaq and Charles Barkley was completely out of line before they addressed Kyrie and him themselves. Like Shaq called him an idiot. Like, come on, bro. Just because he don't agree with what you think is right, that man, you don't gotta call him an idiot. You don't have to, downgrade his intelligence or make him seem like he's something's wrong with him just because you don't agree. Just like Kanye. It's hard for me to not comment like that, but I try not to because I don't want to put in my brain just because just as I don't agree with something he's doing don't mean he's stupid. He might think this is the 100% right thing for him to be doing.
Right.
I can't call him an idiot. I can give my opinion, but I don't have to downgrade him at the same time as giving my opinion. That caused divide, bro.
I think that's our biggest problem in our culture, bro. Like in our culture as a whole, we think it's one way to get somewhere.
Right.
One idea to do something. And there's so many of us, so many creative brains and so many creative people within this culture. We've proven it over the existence of time.
I agree.
It's no one way.
Yeah.
And if you think it is, it's enough people that think the same for you to be okay.
Facts.
And it's enough people that think like that person for them to be okay.
Facts.
So when we and then what I've come to realize, because I practice this in my own personal life, just trying to make sure that I understand people. When a person feels like you understand them, they automatically more susceptible to understanding you.
Facts.
Because they don't have a reason to be defensive.
Right.
And if we could break down our defensive barriers within our culture, we would be so much further ahead.
And we are born with defensive mechanisms to protect ourselves because of the situation that our people are in or have been in. So we as black men, and that's who I can speak for because that's who I am, we are always on the defense. We always like, who trying to get us? Who trying to do it? You know what I mean? What? Protect. But
it take practice to fix that, and it takes acknowledgement of that. Like
Facts.
a lot, it's too much pride in this culture to even acknowledge the fact that you're being defensive.
Facts.
And we all do it.
Yeah, and I agree. Like Pease was saying, I don't think Shaq a coon. I don't think Stephen A a coon. I don't think none of them coons. I don't think that just because of their train of thought, or they may be on a TV screen that everybody want to put behind. And that's people making them. No.
Yeah, like bro, they called Jalen Rose a coon.
I think they lack perspective. Those are the words I choose to use for people like that. I think you lack perspective.
That might be the name of this episode.
For real. Because it ain't about, nobody cares whether you agree or not in the grand scheme.
Facts. That ain't gonna
He's
change
allowed to have his perspective.
Yeah.
So the lack of it is, and I say that because if you don't, the only way you can talk about another person's opinion in that way that makes you feel like you so right is because you don't have enough perspective to put yourself in their shoes.
Yeah.
So
100%, bro. We could talk about Kyrie and them all day.
Yeah, facts.
I don't want to waste this whole episode. Not waste, but I don't want to spend this whole episode talking about Kyrie and them Nets, man. But
that was more of like that felt like a culture conversation. Honestly, that was.
I mean,
like that.
I love it. This what this show about, man. Y'all gonna get sports talks. Y'all gonna get funny. Y'all gonna get serious. Y'all gonna get all that from the perspective of three, black men going through this world with families and all that. So we got a lot to talk about on here, man. It's just. It's just a difficult situation that the public is just taking a little bit too far, man. Just ease off that guy and ease off the other ones on TV, man. It ain't always somebody controlling them or telling them what to say.
Yeah, they just got different opinions.
It's different opinions.
Let's try to understand each other first.
Yeah.
Facts, man. So let's move on to a little bit lighter topics. I want to talk about right now. We got surprising teams in the NBA right now. Like you got. OKC started off hot. I think Indiana started off hot. Sacramento started off a little bit hot. So Portland, if you want to call them, I don't call them underdogs, but whatever. You know what I mean? They sit number one in the West right now. But we'll talk about that later. But I want to talk about the top 6 teams that's currently there, since everybody's saying these people started off hot. It's going to take them in a groove, and I want to see if we agree that if the top 6 teams going to stay there. Or who you got replacing, who gonna come out and who gonna go in to end the season, if we can do that real quick.
Let's do it.
So I want to pull up the top 16. We can start with the East, and I'll pull up the top 6 teams. Number 1, you got Boston. Number 2, you got Number 2, you got Milwaukee. Number 3, Atlanta. 4, Cleveland. 5, Toronto. 6, Indiana. Easy pick for me. Who gonna come out top 6 on the East? I'm going to start with Peas, bro.
So when you say come out, you mean as far as...
Be replaced?
Who going to be replaced by the end of the season? Who going to fall out of the top 6?
Oh, Indiana for sure.
Yes, sir.
Indiana for sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, bro, I'm going to do a quick... Can you name Indiana starting 5 right now?
No.
You know what I mean? Like...
Buddy, Tyrese, Miles.
Miles ain't playing. Miles hurt.
He hurt.
But I'm done there.
I knew that they do have a rookie that's killing right now. But no,
number 3. I don't know your name.
Indiana,
Light skin,
they
yeah.
gonna drop out because I think eventually Brooklyn's gonna I don't know. Indiana gonna drop out, but even the Wizards balling right now. I think Wizards like
7.
number 7. Yeah, I think the Wizards gonna overlap them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Indiana, I got them dropping out.
The top 2 is a lock, bro. Boston and Milwaukee's going. They're going.
I got Atlanta out of there for
Atlanta a
us.
little streaky.
I got us replacing Atlanta. Let's be
Oh,
clear.
the Bulls not even up there. Yeah, okay.
Cleveland. I think Cleveland gonna make it. Cleveland a good team, bro. Shout out the Cavs, bro. That's a dope squad, man. That
Yeah,
they
I
just
like
put
them.
together out of real ballers. Garland balling. You got Spider over there doing his thing, bro. And you still got
Evan
the big-
Mobley hooping too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hooping.
It's banged on young.
Hooping. So, man, and shout out Cleveland. And one of the people posted on that Blazers post that the Cavs their team. So shout out to you too, bro.
Okay.
But yeah, I agree with y'all. Yo, Indiana coming out, Toronto might come out. I think Philly get in there.
Oh, Philly won in the top 6.
No,
They're in ninth.
Philly ninth right now.
I'm keeping them out.
They gonna Miami
I know
temp
you
too.
keep
Miami
them.
gonna rise up too. What y'all think?
Yeah,
I
so
like Miami. I like us in Miami to replace Atlanta and Indiana.
so you got Cleveland still there and Toronto still there.
You see Atlanta dropping down?
Yeah. I see Atlanta out of the top 6
Yeah, they're a little shaky, bro.
because we ain't even got Lonzo yet.
Yeah, they're a little shaky. I put Philly up there. I put Miami up there.
I ain't doing it, bro.
I'm gonna say the them fours.
Not doing it, Pete.
Look. I'm gonna say Philly, Miami, Chicago, and Brooklyn gonna replace the bottom 4, bro. Atlanta, Cleveland. I think Cleveland. Man, it's tough.
You can't take Cleveland out, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
Cleveland gonna
just
be
that's
there.
top 6. I'm saying they still got a chance in the play-in.
I don't
Seven
trust the
and eight.
Wizards' longevity. That's all I'm gonna say.
No,
They got Chris Stapps, bro. They not going.
Yeah,
You know what I mean,
they be playing material. You right.
Yeah, I got those 4 replacing the other 4, bro. I got Milwaukee and Boston standing, and then I got Philly, Miami, Chicago, and Brooklyn getting in the top 6 if they can pull it together.
I like Brooklyn because they got so much talent when they all help.
According to KD, they ain't got no talent.
Facts, boy. You ain't on Brooklyn, boy. KD know what he talking about.
That's facts. That's facts, Peace. You know what? My fault, K. My fault. The rest of y'all actually, because KD said y'all trash.
Yeah, KD said y'all trash, bro. Y'all ain't gonna score without him anyway.
Man.
All right,
Oh man.
Only reason we think y'all gonna get a dub.
all right, bet. Shout out Claxton, bro. I like Claxton.
feel
He
me?
be balling, man.
Good big.
Feel me,
man.
bro? They got Seth Curry out there. Number 1 3-point shooter in the league last year, I think.
Word.
Most threes or something like that in the league last year.
Where Seth folded in the playoffs last year, though. I think he had one game where he had no points. He played
Yeah,
like
they
30
did
something
well.
minutes.
KD folded in the playoffs.
Yeah, KD folded. Word.
Yeah, they got swept.
Yeah, man. All right,
They all was
let's
some
move
long
on
shit.
past the Nets,
Yeah,
man.
you
All
right.
right, cool,
My
cool.
fault. You right.
All right, look, let's go.
Let's go to West.
Let's go west. We going Portland first. Shout out my Blazers.
There you go.
Wait for that part, Peace.
Phoenix 2, Denver 3, Utah 4. Utah had started off hot too. They 10-6 right now, sitting in 4th. New Orleans in 5th. Memphis in 6th. Dang, the West is stacked.
I'm never going to disrespect the Warriors. Sorry, I went for my bad.
Go ahead. They sitting
'Cause I
in the
just
Warriors
looked at
sitting in
it.
12th
I
right
just
now,
looked
6
at
and 9.
I'm never. They gonna be in the top 5, top 3.
All right, go ahead.
And then the
3?
3?
Then the Clippers. Yeah, we're still early.
So that means
I don't know if I don't trust Denver and Utah longevity, bro. Like
I don't
you,
trust.
you said top 3 though.
that's Denver at number 3.
Oh, so you think Denver gonna drop down?
Yeah, they probably stay top 6, but you still got Memphis and Dallas ain't even really get rolling. Utah, I don't trust them over time,
Memphis is tough this year too. Bro.
Yeah,
and they ain't got Jaren Jackson yet.
No, he just came back last
Well,
night.
he just got back,
Yeah.
and the Clippers they still ain't really been playing Kawhi like that.
Yeah,
Do you trust the Pelicans?
No
Do you trust
longevity.
the Pelicans? Longevity.
do.
That's the tough one, bro. I've been on the fence for that.
Dude, if you remember last year, they made the playoffs and took Phoenix to 6 games without Zion.
Oh, that's a tough
That's,
sort.
you know what? That's a fact.
Without Zion. And
But
now,
they not a surprise no more. But that's a fact.
yeah,
You still got Minnesota just lost Rudy. I don't
yeah,
know.
they-
I don't know what they gonna do this year.
No.
The Lakers, no. Houston, no. San Antonio, no. San Antonio tough though. We played them
Yeah.
yeah, they are tough.
last night. That's a tough squad, bro.
Super
They do
tough.
not. You gonna have to earn a win against San Antonio.
Popovich coach team.
Facts. And they got people that I don't even know who they is, bro. And I'm talking about really dogs on that team. So
Yeah.
Clippers, y'all trust the Clippers?
I don't.
I do.
And
You picked the Clippers to come
I
out
said,
the
yeah, I
West.
know I picked them to come out the West, but I don't know, man. The Dallas played them the other night, and they didn't. The first 3 quarters, they didn't look motivated at all.
Yeah.
And I mean, Kawhi hasn't been playing, but is he gonna play? Is he not gonna play? Like, I don't know. If he there, they certify at least top 4. But if he not there, I don't know. I don't
I'll
trust.
tell you what, they better figure it out soon, or they ain't gonna have time to get to the top 4.
Yeah.
None of that.
Yeah, this Western Conference ain't no joke, bro.
For real,
I
bro.
mean,
I'm looking at it now.
It's a legit 10, 12 teams that can really do something, bro. Sacramento been playing good this year too. So like, I mean, I don't know how far they go, but I'm just saying they started off hot.
I'm looking at Golden State and the Clippers, bro, to replace Denver and Utah, or maybe Utah and New Orleans.
Yeah, I don't think the Jazz make it. And I'm not a Denver fan, bro. I never been a Denver fan except for when Melo was there. I'm not a Denver fan, so I don't like. I know he nice. I know he good. I don't like Jokic, bro.
I'm like, yo, but they got
don't
Jamal
like-
Murray back this year too.
Yeah, he
man.
go nice. The
other
rest of the
kid-
team, I just don't like Jokic, bro. That's just my. I don't know why. It's like one of those.
That's what it is.
I mean, who we always talk about?
Raymond Felton.
Yeah, it's like that, bro. I just don't like his game. He's smart. He know how to play the game. I'm not down in that he's a great player. I just
He's
don't like the way he
certified,
plays.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's all.
He that dude that come to the court, you look at him like, yeah, I ain't.
Yeah, it's-
That's probably why you don't like him, because he don't look like.
and I don't. I mean, he Denver is kind of like a rivalry to Portland as well, and the Lakers is of course the rivalry, the biggest rivalry. But yeah, that's probably why too. Every time we meet Denver, bro, it's just they do be beating us. I
Well,
just
there go the answer.
Hey, there you go. Maybe that's why. I ain't gonna lie. It is what
It is what it is, man.
I every time we play Denver, I buckle up. 'Cause it's gonna be a tough game.
That's 90% why I hated LeBron back in the day,
Yeah.
Facts.
because he kept beating us.
Yeah.
Fact. So yeah, I got Utah dropping out, and I got Denver dropping out. I actually got New Orleans probably making the play-in, maybe. Memphis definitely gonna get it. Stay. Phoenix stand. I got Portland stand. Y'all already know I picked Portland coming out. No, never mind. We address that later.
What it is? All right.
Address that later. We can jump to the matter of fact. So we agree. You got it.
No, I would say because he kept mentioning the Warriors.
Yeah, that's where I was ready to go.
Yeah, let's do it.
So
Y'all don't got no thing?
So what I was going to ask y'all was, if y'all remember the first episode, Hoop was of the season, we played a clip with Charles Barkley going in on them pretty much, and he was saying,
Yeah, true.
he was pretty much saying Klay Thompson was pretty much past his prime. He was done as far as being that top 2-way guard in the league, and pretty much saying that it's up to the young guys of the Warriors to take that next step in order for them to be successful. And my question to y'all was, is Barkley right? Was he right? It's been, 2-3 weeks later?
That's crazy because he actually looking like he right, bro.
Yeah.
And it's only because I don't even know what it's because. That's crazy.
But you
They
figured-
got rid of their experienced young guys,
I was going to get to that.
right?
Yeah.
They got rid of what's your name?
Damian Lee.
Yeah, they
Damian
got
Lee,
rid of
he be
Damian
killing.
They got rid of what's the name that came from Washington?
Otto Porter.
Yeah, Otto
Gary Payton.
And
too.
Gary
And Gary
Payton.
Payton.
Those
Yeah.
3 players were big contributors. man.
and number 95. What's your name? Went
Oh,
to the-
yeah.
Anderson, yeah,
Yep.
he had UNLA.
So they got rid of their
You an analyst, ain't
they got rid of their nucleus that when they come out the bench, they keep them in the game.
Yeah.
you? They did.
So that's pretty tough, bro. I don't know. They still got Kuminga. Did they pick up anybody? I don't even know if they.
No, but like Buckley said, they respond. They rely on those younger players to step up, and they not doing it yet.
Who gonna step up? They still got Moody. They still Moody. They still got Poole, Kuminga,
And the other,
and
the
Wiseman.
big dude, but they just sent them back down to the G League.
Dang, bro.
I don't know, bro. I mean, I think I always thought that he was right. I just didn't think that they would be in this type of situation because of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly don't know if this situation is completely attributed to that. I think we was discussing this before we started shooting, me and Pease. I think they have some things that they've done a good job of hiding as far as the media is concerned, but that they haven't really dealt with internally. Because of I'm a big eye test. We've been talking about the eye test ever since we've been shooting, bros. Right. And it's like when you watch them in these, specifically, what they on a 808 road streak, 0-8 road loss.
Yeah, yep.
Specifically on this little stretch, they don't look physically like the same team. They not moving the same. They not interacting the same. The hype is not the same. The bench interaction is not the same. And that stuff, people who don't hoop don't realize how much that stuff can tell you and how much that
Facts.
stuff means. Like, it's not just always about putting the ball in the basket. They don't look like they are with each other.
Yes.
So question for you real quick. So is it the chemistry, or is it just that, like Barkley was saying, those older trio is getting older now, so they still, you know what I mean, and they just can't do it every game no more like they used to. So they relying on those younger players to have that chemistry and have that, you know, that Steve Kerr system, but they just can't do it.
I don't know if it's that. I think it might be a small amount of that, but it don't look like they're giving the same effort. And it might be championship lag or whatever the case may be. It's just that I personally don't think that effort looks the same. The energy don't look the same.
Don't look like they having fun.
That's what I'm saying. When you think about the Warriors, you think about the most exciting team in the NBA outside of like the Memphis Grizzlies or something like that. They look like they having the most fun.
Yeah, true.
And they just don't right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they have. Like I said, I'm never going not give the Warriors credit because they've been at the lowest of low. They've been the worst team in the league. Come back other years and won championships and stuff like that. So I can't really say that they can't fix it. And I can't really say that it's a talent issue because they haven't shown anything like this before. It's too condensed of a time of a sample size to say that they just don't got it no more. Especially coming off of a championship.
I mean, next they got some games coming up where they can kind of piece some things together. Next they got the Knicks, and then after that they got Houston. So
yeah,
So, I'm gonna be
Knicks
honest.
a little tough though.
I'm gonna be real with y'all, bros. I think for the first time in the Steve Kerr era, the Warriors dropped the ball on this one.
you think they done?
I think they dropped the ball on this one, Chino. We like core pieces or role players are key to championship runs.
That's a fact.
Steph was killing last year. A lot of people don't remember Draymond played like trash for a few times in the playoff.
Yep.
Fact.
The Otto Porter came off the bench playing good defense, hustling. Gary Payton Jr., we know how he was balling out there. Oscar, I don't know his name. I can't pronounce it. Excuse me.
Juan Toscano.
Yeah, he was balling.
Toscano Anderson.
And we named one more. But
Damian Lee.
Damian Lee, we see he killing now for Phoenix.
Yeah.
Like those key players, man, like they were crucial. Like Steph gave you 50 last night, but he still got blown out.
I will say I don't think Draymond got it like he used to. I think I think because his talent was not so much lower, but so much different. His skill set was so much different than everybody else's on that team. His age is affecting his skill set.
True.
A little bit more than it's affecting. Because shooters is just like you always say, that's the last thing to go. So I'm thinking, I feel like Steph and Clay gonna always be able to get them up.
Yeah, they always.
But Draymond has to play a more physical basketball game, and I think he might be the one.
I like that.
He might be the one to, you know what I mean, fall off first, if anything.
I like that.
Yeah, because girl, you probably remember I remember it was a playoff series against y'all, Portland, where I think single-handedly Draymond Green, you remember.
Pick and rolls, bro. We could not stop high. Yeah, so yeah, for sure. I agree with that, Chino. I ain't even think about that aspect of it.
Yeah.
I do think that the chemistry not there because of when you cultivate guys like they did with those 4 guys that left. I think you gotta keep them, bro. You can't let them go because that is. Steph and Clay and Draymond is the nucleus, but that's like the surrounding part of the nucleus of that team. You can get rid of the other, Wiseman good, bro. But if you ain't been using them, like, why not just use that to get somebody else in there or another good big or somebody else if you're not gonna play them?
And I think they might be playing it. I straddled the line because they just won a championship. I think they might be playing it a little bit too cool right now. Like it ain't as big of a deal as it actually is, and I think that might be part of the problem.
Word.
But I don't. It's like, bro, you gotta get a chance that you gotta give them that at least until like I say All-Star break. If they still looking like this around All-Star,
It's a problem.
yeah,
Facts.
because look at Boston last year.
Yep.
Yeah, because they were struggling early on, right?
Yeah, the whole half season.
But they
Boston
kept
pulled
that
it together.
nucleus too, though.
Boston,
did.
Warriors broke it up, man.
Boston on an 8-game winning streak right now.
Killing.
Yeah,
Let me ask y'all a quick question though.
what's that?
Klay Thompson, do you start Jordan Poole over him yet?
I would.
Oh, that's tough.
I would. And then you bring back playoff Clay.
Yeah, the coach in me say yeah, because you don't really necessarily need Clay could do more damage on the second team than he would on the first. Kind of like Russell Westbrook.
Are you saying that because of where he at right now, or you think that's his role? Period.
I'm just saying where he at right now, and to get the team back kind of rolling a little bit, you got to shake things up a little bit. And it's nothing against Clay. Everybody know Clay is a starting shooting guard in the NBA, bro. So it's not a knock on him. It's just how can you help the team at this point?
Yeah, and I think if any team can do that, bro, I think that's the team to do it because they've already made so many sacrifices to win.
Or you put somebody else in there to start besides Steph, and then you run Jordan Poole and Clay together.
To start besides Steph?
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna take Clay out the starting lineup.
No, you take.
You're gonna take Steph out the starting lineup?
No, Clay.
Oh, okay.
If you're gonna take Clay out the starting lineup, you put somebody in that can run with Steph. Because Steph gonna get you the buckets.
Oh, and then let Jordan and Clay
run the second unit. I mean, just like I said, just to shake things up. I know people gonna be looking at me like,
nah, that's cool.
No, because
they got Moody too. That's cool over there.
Yeah, that's all you need is somebody just to really. All you need is a defender to start with Steph and somebody that can maybe sit in the corner and hit a three.
Yeah.
That's really about it. I mean, Clay do that, but Clay do that on the highest level. So you can run him with a Jordan Poole that'll be he's your target on second unit, and you still got Jordan Poole that's running around. But right now, you only got Jordan Poole on the second unit. Like you don't really have nobody else there.
Yeah, I say the Gary Payton's all them gone, man.
All in all, though, I think they got the most promising kinks to be able to work out.
Yeah.
Outside of their age, I think Draymond his age is the biggest issue as far as that conversation is concerned.
Yeah, they champs, bro. I feel like Golden State will hit a groove and they will figure it out. The same way nobody knew who Jordan Poole and them was before is the same way that these guys, if they go under the right.
And it's kind of a new time for them. Like Jordan just got his bread, and A-Wig just got his bread. They probably feel like they should be doing more or whatever. You know what I mean? Who knows what it is? But I think their issues is mental issues that they can address.
Speaking of mental issues, and how the Golden State Warriors got all these issues. They not having fun on the court. They lack leadership is terrible right now. All that other stuff. We are the complete opposite right now. You feel me? So I just want to move on to Bulls, Mavs, and Blazers right now. And I just want to, just start off by saying, before this season started, these two guys right here sitting beside me, when I said, I got the Blazers coming out the West, they laughed at me. You know what I mean? They laughed, they chuckled. You know what I mean? They giggled. We had fun with it.
Little chuckle piece.
You know what I mean? But, it's still early. Don't get me wrong. It's still early. But I just want to know, did y'all opinions change? I know y'all watched them at least once. I know y'all, because, we all the way in the Northwest. Nobody watch us. But I just want to know if y'all watched them a little bit and what y'all feel about the Blazers.
Can I go first, Chino?
Do your thing, baby.
Hoopers, if y'all don't know, the Blazers and the Mavs played last week.
Yeah, y'all got us.
Shout out to my boy Luke. We gave him 40-point triple double.
Hey, bro, we text that night, bro.
Yeah,
we could not stop y'all high pick and roll. Christian Wood and Luke, we could not stop it. Go ahead. That's beautiful basketball. Though.
Yeah, Hoopers, we gotta find out a way to do the baller vision so y'all could see our conversations while our teams be playing against each other. That joke was funny, man. But I will give it up to y'all, man. Y'all look like a well-oiled machine. Like they play a real good team. Chino, they play hard the whole game from the opening tip of the game. Like Chauncey Billups got them boys coached up, man. Like the dude Jeremiah Grant, he was killing. Of course, Dame did his thing when he needed to get hot. Your boy Anthony Simons, he got not the green light, he got like a different kind of green.
Violet joint.
Man, look, ain't no color.
Bro, I was more nervous of him getting the ball than Dame.
I know when you text me like, yo, you say Anthony Sanders got the green light. I say, no, yo got the real green light, bro. He got a huge green. That man can shoot whenever he wants. But at the same time, just on that note, y'all know I followed him, so Chauncey really be on him. Like, that was a bad shot. That was a good hit. And he called him over there. He's, like you said, bro, it's the coaching. And it's how he just grabbing his team and how he coaching the team, and then Dame leadership on top of it. Yeah, that's what it is.
I mean, I agree. I haven't watched as much as probably y'all guys, but I understand that they doing it in a team way, and you see that's become the way of success in this age of basketball. It used to be Yep, it used to be a superstar, then it became a tandem, then it became a big three. Now is you got to have a whole team. And it's
Word.
because everybody can do everything.
Yeah.
And when you got a cultivated team of young guys and a team of pieces that fit properly, along with a coach that can bring the best out of them, it's only a matter of time till you get to a place like that.
I mean,
now, do I think y'all going to be number one at the end of the season? That's a different conversation. I see y'all in the playoffs for sure though, and making a deep run because y'all done it before.
Yeah.
But that West is that West, baby.
Yeah, West is that West, bro, and
Yeah,
that's part of the reason why I've been enjoying watching them play. But to your point, like I'm not naive. Of course, I don't think they're going to land in the number one spot unless they continue and we healthy. Like I told y'all before, health is a big part, bro.
Yeah.
And on top of that, coaching wise, and I text y'all about it. But Chauncey has been rotating guys. So like if we have if we play in Houston, Dame sit. Or somebody else sitting, he let his younger guys in and let them play so that because I think he understand when we need them, we gonna really need them. So
be ready.
And I just
be
love
coach of the year, bro. If y'all stay on it,
man. I just love the way he
got
coaching them
my
guys,
vote.
bro. Yeah, he definitely got my vote,
for
bro.
sure.
They having fun. They enjoying. They playing defense. Finally, they switch how we play the high pick and roll. Even though we could not stop Christian Wood, bro. This man.
yeah.
Tough.
Only reason I say what I'm saying though, bro, because I think y'all gonna stay at the top tier of the West throughout the season. But when it get to them, and we've been saying it every year, when it get to them moments, I'm a big experience and chemistry guy.
Yep.
Now you can build it throughout the season and it could be strong, but you got teams who've been building it and winning with it for a long time, and it's hard to beat those kind of
agree.
teams.
I
That's
think
the only reason I'm saying what I'm
I
saying.
agree. I think we taking kind of Golden State model. Golden
Yeah.
State and the guys that's coming off the bench for us right now is playing like huge. Our second unit is playing wonderfully.
Yeah.
So I think we took that model of you know we have to everybody gotta play like you said.
Yeah.
But right now it's funny though because right now it's a little thing going back between Portland and Memphis of who's having the most fun type of thing. Like Ja Morant came out when Portland do that after game celebrations with everybody around the mic. Ja Morant came out and posted like, y'all know who started that. So those Memphis and Portland games, if y'all watching it, bro, they gonna be some great games to watch because there's a little rivalry brewing there, especially from last season as well. So yeah, shout out to my Blazers, man. I'm having fun watching the games again. Finally, I can sit down here in my Blazer stuff. Y'all know last season I was like, man, I'm thinking about taking this down.
Hey, bro, can I ask you something though? Was I right though? Remember, I was saying for 2 years they should blow it up. Was I right?
Oh, you was talking about CJ. Man, shout out you, bro.
He was saying it. He got receipts.
You did say that, bro.
He did.
And I think initially everybody thought I was just saying get rid of everybody.
Yeah.
I was just saying blow it like you had to change something. And I think for y'all, number one started with the coach.
Yeah.
So Chauncey definitely came in and put a culture. But for me, I think just, like watching y'all for a full game the other day, like that Jeremiah Grant and Dame pairing is different than Dame and CJ.
Way different.
Just because I always felt like Dame needed a bigger.
Yeah, CJ only 6'3".
Yeah, another go-getter who's taller and he could defend anybody, and he just go get a bucket too.
Yeah.
But at times, you could. Dame, what you say? CJ was like only 6'2" or 6'3" himself, so you got two small guards at the 1 and 2. You can stop that, you know what I mean? But you got a Dame and then a bigger guy, you can't do nothing with him, like you said.
That's a fact.
I agree. I've been saying that the whole time too. Just so I've been saying we need a better 4 or 3. But we could have kept CJ, but in order to get that, we couldn't have kept CJ. So I mean, it is what it is. CJ thriving in New Orleans right now, taking on that leadership role. So he's still doing good. But man, shout out my Blazers, bro. I'm just enjoying basketball right now. But
they tough.
Yeah, we can move on to the Mavs because the Mavs, bro, they tough as well. We already know Luka doing his thing. I think Luka leading the league in scoring right now. Actually, I think he got he averaged like 35 or something like that right now.
Yeah.
I think he just had like a 42 against us. Did he have 50 at one or something like that?
He didn't get 50 yet. He had 40 maybe like 2 times.
Yeah,
but then he had like to start the season, he had a streak where he second behind Wilt Chamberlain, like for the most 30-point games to start the season or something like that.
Yeah, and I'm slowly becoming a fan of Dinwiddie too, bro.
Yeah,
I really like Dinwiddie game. I like how free flowing he play. He actually play under control, but it don't look like he under control.
Yeah.
So I mean, I like that style because it's unorthodox. It throw you off. I definitely like.
Yeah, what's the name? He I think when we lost Jalen Brunson, everybody initially thought, you know what I mean, like we was just gonna drop down, but No, I think Dinwiddie, like you said, he took that next role, and I think he playing that Jalen Brunson role.
Yeah.
But for them, the key is, y'all know how I feel about Jason Kidd. Like Jason Kidd got to level up, man. That dude will not call a timeout to save his life, man.
Yeah, word. I text you when they was playing us. I was like, bro, I see what you saying now, bro. That man did. We came back from like 12 or something like that.
We was up. We hit like 4 threes in a row.
Text you, I think, yeah.
I think girl said y'all on fire, but it ain't gonna last. Yeah. Man, they came back in like 2 minutes. Jason Kidd would not call a timeout, man. But but overall, Luka gonna keep doing him. But like I said, I'm not crazy, Neil. Like they can't come out the West with the way the roster is constructed unless Jason Kidd do a turnaround on his coaching and start Christian Wood.
He don't start?
He don't start, bro.
No.
He come out the bench.
For who?
And he don't finish. He finished.
No, he don't. They take him out of the game. They put Dwight Powell back in the game to finish the game.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Nah.
Yeah. The Mavs sitting 7th in the West right now, 8-6, bro. Y'all good, bro. Y'all gonna be there.
Yeah, they gonna be
sure.
there. They sat Luka last night against Houston.
Yeah, everybody sit everybody against Houston, man. It's smart basketball. It's bad for the fans. I'm a big person that, just like Jordan used to say, or Kobe. I think Kobe said it. Like, you never know whose it is that first time seeing you, and they paid all this money to come see you. So, you know,
borrowed money.
Yeah, borrowed money. What? Drove hours, all that stuff just to come see you. And if you ain't hurt, bro, I'm a big believer in you got to get out there and play.
Fair.
But I understand it, though, from a coaching point of view, and you try and win a championship. I get it. So
Yeah, for sure.
I'm on the fence about it. What you think about the Mavs so far, Chino? Or you ain't been watching them like that?
Same. I ain't really been up on them, but I like Christian Wood, and I like the Christian Wood Luka combo. I think I'm on the same page as, like, I don't think that roster is constructed to come out the West right now, but they got something that they can build on and potentially be a heavy hitter in the West.
And the trade deadline is coming up, so teams is going, not coming up, but of course it's down the road, but you never know what's going to happen, bro. It's a lot of players still out there right now. Yeah. Y'all can benefit from a boogie for real.
Yeah.
For real. Yeah.
You say Dwight was playing in China or something?
Dwight is in Thailand right now.
Yeah. The main thing with the Mavs is, like, outside of Luka and Dinwiddie, we're not
Tim Hardaway.
Yeah, Tim Hardaway on there too. But it's funny because I think KD said it after they played him, and Kyle Kuzma said it. Like, outside of Luka, like, nobody consistently can get you a bucket. Like, nobody else consistently like can create their own shot. Dinwiddie can, but like outside of them two.
That's it.
Nobody else can.
That's a fact. That's why we came back. But we couldn't stop y'all pick and roll between Luke and Christian Wood.
Yeah.
But I mean, I got y'all still making it up there. It's definitely gonna be a good matchup. It'll be fun if they play Portland in the first round.
Yeah.
That'll be dope. But we gonna move on to the Bulls, Chino. I mean, we know you've been in Mexico for the last couple of days.
Yeah,
so I know you've been out of touch. You've been he been FaceTiming me sitting in the pool drinking at 10 o'clock in the morning. You feel me, on a
Absolutely.
Saturday. It's FaceTime me like, yo, what you doing?
Ain't waiting on room service. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm doing, man.
Yeah.
But no, what you think about your boys, bro?
I think we still just can't find the rhythm, bro, and it's because of injury. But that's not why we are where we are right now. It's the effort thing, bro. Like, we haven't been given the effort on the defensive end, especially, which is weird because that was the whole reason we got Drummond in the offseason, was to pick up our defensive intensity. But I think some of that is due to not having a real rotation and having a real, set roster. Like, we still got guys in and out. Zach don't play every night. He's still dealing with his injury. Zoe ain't been back. I don't think DeMar is playing every night, and he's still finding his rhythm.
Right.
But the fan in me wants to say that if we get all our pieces on the board and find our rhythm, we are a top 5 team in the West. I mean, in the East. But we just got to get to that point. We got the right coach. We got great pieces. We got great young pieces. We got a nice bench. We just got to get our system clicking, and I think we'd be good after that. But I don't see us coming out of the East as of right now, because it takes more than a half a season or a season to build a level of chemistry,
facts,
and experience together to do something like that, especially in a competitive conference like the Eastern Conference, when you got Boston doing what they want with people.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? Giannis playing out of his mind. Notice I didn't mention anything about Joel Embiid. I mean,
Word, man. So, I mean, that's the update with our guys, man. I want to jump into fair to compare P's, of course. I mean, I do have a segment that I wanted to get off, but I think we're going to skip it this time. But I just want to shout out real quick. The segment is called Who's Balling? And for this week right now, I got Shea Alexander. I don't know how to say
you
it.
can go ahead and introduce it though. What it's about. You know.
All right, so yeah, who's balling? Y'all gonna get between episodes or in each episode. We're gonna highlight one player that's been doing his thing from episode to episode. That's basically it, who's balling. And it might not be who you think it is, you know, because you gotta be a true hooper to find out who really balling and who affecting the game. So it's a lot to play into, and it's gonna cause some good conversation. So
Facts.
I had I don't want to run this episode too long, but we had Shea Alexander. How you say his first last name?
Gilgis.
Gilgis, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Shea
yeah.
Gilgis Alexander. So shout out him, man. He the first who's balling. I think he averaging like 32 points a game.
He been killing.
I think they won their last 3 out of 5 games, and he had 42, 37, 37, 20, and 20 and 39, bro. Against legit contend. He had 37 against Boston, 42 against Washington. He had 37 against the Nets, 20 against Toronto, and 39 against Milwaukee, bro.
Sheesh, yeah, he's balling.
And he hit a game winner last night. What's that last night?
That
He hit the
last
game
night.
winner against
DC, yeah.
against Washington.
I
So
guess
shout
we
out
know
Shea,
who's
bro.
balling.
Man.
He been balling, bro. Shout out Shea.
Man.
But let's move on to the famous P's fair to compare. Let's go, bro.
On Hoopers, like I said, fair to compare. We back again, and I will say this one just came to the top of my head right off the top when we was just doing this episode. I had one, but I'm gonna keep that one in the chamber.
He the best one.
Yeah.
But before I jump into it, of course, shout out to the sponsor of this segment, Dimensions Dance Center. Still doing great things. You know what I mean? Go check them out. Instagram, Facebook, on the website, everywhere. Yeah, just go check them out. So this one, 2 fresh point guards in the league. Both young guys. One definitely balling right now. I think he came out of nowhere. Nobody really knew about him. And the other one, he got a big name. His father got a big, a loud mouth. So it's the first one, LaMelo Ball or Darius Garland.
Oh, that's something. See, I don't feel informed. Let me. I know you got something though, P's. I know you got
Gonna
something.
run him.
I know P's got something. Go
So
ahead,
of
P.
course I got a couple stats before I go to y'all. So both, like I said, both of them still young point guards, upcoming point guards in the league. Melo been in the league. LaMelo been in the league for 3 seasons. Darius Garland been in the league for 4 seasons. Both of them only got one All-Star game. So for their careers, LaMelo averaged 18 a game. Darius Garland only averaged 17 per game. Like we both know they ain't really had a lot of success in the league because both of them still young. Both of their teams kind of been struggling. But like Chino, the eye test. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go to you first. Darius Garland or LaMelo Ball? Which one you taking right
They
now?
both tough.
Bro, super tough.
We can't really talk about team success and none of that because Cleveland been struggling. The Hornets just kind of
Yeah.
But LaMelo Ball or Darius Garland?
When you it's like when you put guys like that together, bro. Like it comes down to preference every time, and I think
We might all just have different answers on
for
this.
real, bro. Because I'm thinking they. Okay, how can I put this? They both contribute to the game in the same ways as far as being
Exactly.
young, as far as being young leaders.
Mm-hmm.
They are young leaders of their teams. They can shoot the ball with the best of them. They can handle the rock with the best of them. They make good decisions. They are coachable players, and they coming in as young stars. I won't give them the superstar title. Being young stars, they've been very coachable and receptive to coaching, which is hard for a young player of those calibers. So for me, I think it comes down to what I prefer, and I like the flair and the glamour that LaMelo Ball bring to the game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just as simple as that. He played like they both play like they know they that guy, but LaMelo play like he know he that guy in the league.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he feel like he should be with people that he shouldn't even be talked about with. You can see
He got that
see it in his
superstar
game.
flash
Yeah,
and all that already.
Yeah, he
not-
got that. You're right.
he ain't really too humble about how he feel about his game, which I like sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you shouldn't be.
Yeah,
Especially you put in all that hard work, man. You
Yeah.
shouldn't be.
Yeah, but girl, Darius Garland just came out last week and said like he feel like he top point guard in the league.
I'm about to
I
disagree
didn't
with.
even hear that.
I'm not going to disagree with Chino because we ain't debating, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Fair to compare.
I would have to go with for the same reasons actually that you went with Melo.
Makes sense.
It's the same reasons that I would go with
Darius
Garland because it's not necessarily. I'm not a flashy guy. I enjoy watching it, but I can see what I think he thinks the game very well.
Mm-hmm.
I think he can see things before it happen. Not saying Melo can't. Melo can as well. I think Melo still got a little bit of growing up to do, but I think Garland game is a little more mature than LaMelo Ball.
Yeah.
I think it's because he got the vets around him. He got a Kevin Love. He got those guys around him that's kind of nurturing him as a professional.
Mm-hmm.
That in LaMelo Ball case, that's all him.
Fair.
He's nobody there that he running the show.
Yeah.
So of course he gonna run it how he run it. But that's not a reason for me. I don't dislike LaMelo. I just prefer probably watching Garland a little bit more because I like the way he control the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Super fair, bro.
Yeah. No. So for me, I think like both of them definitely flashy. Like Chino, I don't know if you watch Darius Garland like for a full game for a few games, like he
talk trash.
Melo been out this year too, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I think for the most part, maybe a lot of people don't see Darius Garland as much just because Melo name, they put the Hornets on TV like ASAP.
Facts. Even if they getting smacked.
Facts.
Yeah. But no, Darius Garland, he flashy with the ball too, man. Like even like in during the summer, like I saw some pickup games, like man, his handle just as better. I don't say just as better, but like just as good as like LaMelo and them dudes. But for me in particular, I would take Darius Garland over LaMelo just for the simple fact that Darius Garland can score a little bit better, in my opinion. Like he can shoot more. So I think the other night, Donovan Mitchell was out. I forgot who they played, but like Darius Garland put up 50.
Yeah.
And I don't see LaMelo putting up 50.
Right.
Like he gonna give you 10 assists, 15 assists, but I don't see him putting up 50.
Right.
And for me, I'd rather have a point guard who can give me 10, 15 assists, but if I need him to give me 50,
Right.
I want him to give me 50 like a Dame or like, Steph type thing.
Right.
Yeah, 51 against Minnesota. Sheesh.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm taking Darius Garland myself, Hoopers. I said both of them great young players, both of them gonna be, I guess the future of the league, but for right now, like I said, I just think his game a little bit mature. I think Gerard mentioned his game a little bit more mature than Melo is right now.
Yeah, I think Melo just need a little bit of. He don't got the guidance down there. That's all. It's Melo's show in Charlotte.
What about his father, man? You think his father?
Man,
But he need a better team too, though, yo.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm talking about all that. That's
Alright,
what I
cool.
mean. Because it's the Melo show down there. It's just Melo. His father, I don't know, bro. I don't want
And they win with Melo though. Like when you can see the difference without him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, they're a different team without him. But I don't disagree with either one of y'all either. They all fair points.
Yeah, they down there run. What they got? PJ Washington.
PJ Washington,
They got,
Kelly Oubre,
Yeah, they got a bunch of guys.
Kelly
down there,
Olynyk,
like,
I think is down there.
That's kind of on the same lines as Melo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's nobody to be like, yo.
He like in a situation like Shea is.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Or
But
a
lesser.
situation like Dwight was.
Yeah.
I mean, when he came, side note, I just heard that Tracy McGrady didn't want to play with Dwight Howard because he was coming out of high school. Dwight said that himself, so it can't be false.
That's crazy.
And Tracy McGrady came out of high school, so that's why he left Orlando when Dwight came.
That's crazy.
Just side note, but that was real
Well,
interesting.
he did go join Yao Ming and him in Houston. So I mean,
I know Tracy, your guy.
yeah. I mean,
But yeah, that was interesting to hear. Dwight was kind of upset about it. That's why he brought it up. He said it kind of hurt his feelings a little bit, and he had to struggle a little bit longer than he probably thought he could have with T-Mac on his team.
I mean, T-Mac was an aging veteran. He figured play with Yao and Shane Battier and them, or play with a
I
high
get a
school.
ring, bro.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah, he probably didn't mean no disrespect by saying
He
he
probably got
played
the
in high
bag
school.
when he went to Houston anyways, because he was still the number one option on Houston. So,
Fact.
Yeah.
Fact.
yeah, man. So Chino, LaMelo,
Yeah.
me Garland, P's Garland.
Yes, sir.
Who y'all got, man? P's fair to compare. Another good one.
Facts.
Season 4, episode 2.
Yes, sir.
Hey man, I probably say it often, but this one felt good, bro.
Yeah, this one felt good, bro.
Always, bro.
Felt
Always.
good.
This is a good one, man. So, like I said at the top of the show, man, we are Bro Nation Hoops everywhere. Shout out our sponsors, Dance with DDC, Charming Lawn Care, Buzz Mobile Bartending, Taffy Supreme Coffee. All y'all, man. Shout out y'all. We appreciate the love and support. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And check out our latest pods, man. Let us know.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
And we always down to have conversations about hoops on Instagram, wherever. Just, you know what I mean? Follow us. Join the squad. We appreciate the love.